Hello, hello.
All right, look at that. Look at that.
Hello.
Look who finally decided to show up.
The fuck up. 5 minutes. Y'all live. All right. Oh, are we okay? I meant that playfully.
Oh, no, I was just going to be silent because I thought it would be funny. I'd freak you out a little bit.
Okay, yeah. It did make me worry I'd fucked up.
It's like, oh, shit.
Mission accomplished.
We're the worst friends.
Oh my fucking god.
Rhete, I'm assuming you're going to talk me into the Hollower.
Oh, yeah.
That and 2 anime.
Okay, so are you cool with going last?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll go first since my segment's probably going to be a bit shorter because mine's just a bunch of short stuff. And then we'll go
Visual
John.
novel,
and then...
visual novel, visual novel.
No visual novels this time.
Just be careful, Red. Don't spend too much time talking about a contemporary game that our listeners are interested in. We got to keep them hungry for it. Do not become addicted to contemporary games coverage. It will take hold of you, and you'll resent its absence. Here's some ROM hacks, you pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Eat your vegetables.
Oh, my chair is so fucking squeaky.
I
man.
heard that one. That was pretty good. I like that one. Rhete, you know, new computer chairs are like $70.
I need to get one. I'm working from home now.
Wow, lucky you.
I know. It feels pretty fucking... Well, I'm working from home 3 days a week and then 2 days in the office.
That's still pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I think I prefer it because the office is like less than a half-hour commute and it's gorgeous. And so it feels like it's a good opportunity for me to just kind of ingratiate myself and everyone can be like, oh, we love John. Oh,
Is
he's so
this
great.
The new office or the old
Is
one?
the new job.
Oh, okay.
I'm done
He's
from the
done.
old place.
Like he was
Okay,
done
okay.
like the week after the last episode, I think.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we're fucking finished with that. And
Yep.
I just finished my first week.
Nice.
So in good spirits.
Good. Good. Good.
Good.
Good.
Good.
Good.
Good. Good. Good.
Good.
Good. Good. Good.
Good.
I think we're waiting for Polly to do like a abrupt like.
Oh, you want me to?
Oh, God, we're in it.
Sockscast episode 186. happy summer solstice, everybody. Though it's technically not summer solstice for us while we're recording this, and by the time you hear this, the summer solstice will have already happened. So this intro's kind of stupid, but. Hey!
Just keep going. Just keep going.
You just
Power
go
through,
with
power
it. Just
through.
go with it, man. Just double down. Just be a Republican. Double down on every stupid fucking thing that you could possibly say, regardless of how divorced from reality it is.
There you go.
But yeah, it's
Oh,
summertime
damn, John
now.
Stewart in here doing a
There you go.
game dev podcast.
There you
games
go.
Podcast.
There you go. Who would have thunk I'm the next John Stewart?
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's summer now.
You think it would be John?
You because his name's John. Is that what you were
Yeah.
going for, Rhete? Is that
Yeah.
was okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Red. He's Jon. The
Wow.
root names of John and Jonathan are vastly different etymologies. Jonathan is actually much closer to the name
Nathan. Yeah.
Yep. Than it is to anything where the word name John originated with an H, as God intended.
As
literally.
God intended. Yeah, it's in the Bible.
Literally in the Bible.
Literally in the
Literally
Bible.
in the Bible.
The Book of Nathan. Go look it up. It's in there. Like it's Nathan 3:16. It's right in there. It's not that dude. Just go Google it. Just go Google it. Come on.
Come on.
We can go ask ChatGPT about it. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Can you tell me the word of God? Yes. You do?
But yeah, man, summer's here. The year is almost halfway over. That's crazy already. That's crazy to think about. I was thinking about that the other day when it's just like, my God, it's been half a year, and this year just felt like a big load of crap and nothing. So
It's flying by. It's crazy.
yeah, and in some ways I prefer that. You know, there are a lot of obvious ways I prefer time to go much faster. But yeah, as it relates to me, it could slow down while it gets faster for all the people I hate.
Yeah.
Especially the aging process and maybe the decomposition of internal organs that could lead to, I don't know, somebody being deceased. I think that would be pretty fun. Just saying. Sometimes we just fantasize about having superpowers, I guess.
Really good vibes.
Yeah.
Vibes starting out.
I kind of rewatched a lot of Death Note this week for reasons.
No reason.
I'm in the last episode, like, no, like, you were right. This world is rotten.
He was right the whole time. Shit.
You were right the whole time.
But yeah. Here we are, another episode of a podcast that you were going to listen to. And to my immediate virtual right, he ain't no Johnny come lately. He always comes on time. It's Rhete.
Another John in there.
Wow, it was unintentional there. It was just off the top. Wait a minute. Oh,
But
man.
you were making a cum joke.
Oh! Yeah, I was. This is one of our trademark cum jokes here on the Sockscast.
Everybody playing Sockscast bingo right now. Just mark the
Wait,
square.
it's just the middle square at this point. Cum joke. It's just in the middle. That's your
All
free
right, I
square.
mentioned Sonic the Hedgehog or Falcom. I've almost got this bingo.
I really do wonder what a Sockscast bingo card would look like. Somebody needs to think of that. If somebody wants to generate some Sockscast bingo cards and not show them to us, because you know, if we saw them, like, we could obviously game the system. But if y'all want, if y'all out there want to play Sockscast bingo sometime, I would
enjoy that.
That would be very funny. I would love to see what that card looked like. To my immediate virtual left, sorry, but he's just not that into you. It's John.
Hi,
Hey,
that's me.
that is you.
I'm sorry. It's not you. It's me. It's just not the right time. You know. Sorry.
Sometimes things just don't work out. It doesn't mean that.
Things don't work out. It doesn't mean there's nothing wrong with you.
Yeah, like there's. Come on, like we're not saying anybody's bad here, except maybe you a little bit worse. You know, but it's okay. We were all put here on Earth. We are incomplete works that always are in the making. So there's always a chance for you to better yourself and be more worthy of John's love, I think.
I think that's a really good message to send to our listeners.
I think so. I think I've done a good job here of getting this podcast off and running on all the right positive notes. So why don't we get on down to talking about some media consumption, because that's all we were put here on this planet to do is, you know, consume media. But that isn't true. What if I told you that some of us were put here on this earth not only to consume media, but also to create it?
That's you. That's
Me. I do that sometimes. I released a new game this past week called Planet Attrition Hive Assault. Cute little space shooter. You zoom around.
It's very, very cute, Polly.
Yeah,
it's very nice.
This goddamn game started in December. and for
fantastic.
Yeah, because this was going to be like my break game while I was off. Yeah, it was just going to be, all right, let's just make a video game while we're on the downtime. And I did a whole bunch of it. And then it went from being this tiny little, all right, I'm just going to make a quick sketch game. It's going to be 10 little stages, and you play it through really fast, and you get a time, and that's it.
Beautiful.
That did not happen. It then morphed into what if I added some cutscenes? What if I added an intro and an ending? What if it was now a Planet Attrition sequel? So boom, there you go. It's just one of those ideas that just kept ballooning and ballooning and ballooning. And I don't think that it got too far out of scope, but
no, it's a nice tight thing.
And I remember
nice 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's a nice solid 2 minutes 54 seconds by the people that
play it. You play it, you beat it in like 15 minutes, and then you replay it on aggressor mode in like 10 minutes, and then you have a great time. And that's the experience for everyone, right?
And then you're Toad 22484, and you play it for 12 hours, and you beat it in 2 minutes 54 seconds, and you are now Toad. Literally before we started recording, sent me a screenshot of themselves creating a speedrun.com board. So,
oh my god.
So there you go. 2 minutes 54 seconds is the time to beat in this game that I was like, I'm gonna make a cute 10-minute thing.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So
that's So peak. That's so good.
Yeah, it's been fun, like watching people like play it once and then decide to go, play it again and get better at it. And you see people like, I want to do it in fewer deaths, or I want to beat aggressor mode without dying, and that's really
how you know
cool.
you made a real action game.
Yeah, that's what made it immensely satisfying. And I really liked not
the first time
not using
I've done that with a lot of your games.
Yeah. And it got played by I think a pretty popular Japanese VTuber named Tsuneko.
We love Tsuneko.
Tsuneko is always showing off like the coolest, most they are just a big fan of Western indie games, and that is like what 90% of their channel is. And yeah, like I actually got featured on there, and it's not a thing where you submit to be, have your game on or anything. It's just, this person found my game and they played it and they beat it twice, once on normal and once on aggressive.
Fantastic vibes.
Yeah, that felt really good.
It's so cool seeing their progression as the skill ceiling rises, like through that video.
Yeah,
they almost first kill the boss on aggressor. I was like,
that would have been so hype.
It was really close.
Yeah. But
so dope.
Yeah, so I'm really happy with how that game turned out. Like it took a long time to happen because I had finished like 7 of the 10 stages in December. And then I did the last 3, did my first batch of testing in January, and then I went back and I changed 2 of the stages out because I didn't like them. Like the testers didn't say anything bad about them particularly, but I went back and I just remade 2 new levels because I just wasn't feeling a couple of them that were in there. So the stages were done, and then the game needed a final boss, and that's where it sat until like mid-June. Because guess what, guys? Depression, it doesn't let you do things that you want to do. But yeah, I went in there, got that finished, put the game out, and it's just been fun seeing people, like, again, just get better as they play. It's always fun when somebody finishes standard and their immediate thought is, let's try aggressor mode, at least for fun.
So
and then
good. So dope.
And then, like, the timers aren't so strict that you're going to start just immediately getting your ass beat when you jump to aggressor mode. So that's something that I learned from Synchronize was that the tight-ass timers, I liked it because there was a game released a number of years ago. It was a stealth platformer called Stealth Bastard. I think it's called Stealth Inc. now. But
the consoles didn't like the word
they didn't
bastard.
like the word bastard in the title for some reason.
Cowards.
But I played that a lot, and like every single stage is literally you, like even playing it optimally, you are just like inching by, and that was sort of like why the original version of Synchronize's timers were so tight. It's because I like that feeling from Stealth Bastard of just like, you get to the end and you did it.
Getting the high level, and I think Dust Force was very strict.
Oh God,
Like that.
Like the first version of Dust Force, like in order to progress, you literally had to get S's on everything. Like you could not get to new stages unless you got a S rank. But apparently they've changed that over the years. That is a game where it's just like I've always kind of wanted to go back to it, but I've just never quite found my way back to it yet. But I really like that game. I like its sense of flow and like how weighty it is. It's got such a good feeling to it. Like when I was tweaking the timers for Hive Assault, it was just like there is a little more wiggle room here to kind of do a little slowing down if you have to, but you've still got to be pretty fast.
It just means instead of it being like this is a routing challenge where you have to optimize this purpose perfectly, blah, blah, blah. It's you cannot play defensively.
Yeah.
As long as you play aggressively, you're fine, but you can't just inch along and hope for the best.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really nice balance.
Yeah, and I wanted to not call either mode normal or hard because I don't think that nomenclature really, I don't like it all the time. So I was like, I just went with like standard and aggressor, and it just basically tells you how you can play the game. Like, and then both, and
I think that's smart.
Yeah, and there's no difference in the game other than having a timer. Like nothing changes. Like you don't get a different ending or anything like that. It's just it like literally is just the same game. It's just hey, now you are going to have to play faster.
And then you have a timer so folks can know, and if they want to play faster, they can.
Yeah. So yeah,
you put all the pieces in place for folks to have either a nice half-hour time or a chunky action game they play closely. I think that's very generous.
I was real happy with how it turned out. Like, I think I feel this way about a lot of my games, but like I was kind of like in the midst of it, like trying to put together the final boss and having ideas for it and all this stuff. It's just like, I don't know that this game is really great. Like, it's like, I think it's fine. I just don't think, what if I'm making something here that's just kind of middling and putting it out just to put it out because I made it? But then when I played it through the first time, it was like, oh no, like this is snappy as shit. I like this. So, yeah. Like, Planet Attrition, Hive Assault, it's a cute little shooter. Plays a little like Asteroids, but the physics aren't as severe. And it's just a fun...
there's a lot of friction, which makes it a lot more approachable than Asteroids, but still makes you think and makes you like have to think hard on how to get around corners, which I appreciate. It's a nice balance.
Yeah. So thanks.
I really like this one, Polly.
Thank you so much. Thanks to everybody that's given it a play. I've heard nothing but great things from people that have played it. You know, both friends and people that I've never spoken to. Just like, hey, this was cool. So yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Good time to be making video games. So that was that. That was like the bulk of it, because like that was basically. Like, you know, making the game, testing it, and releasing it was literally like 2 weeks. But in like the week leading up to that, I did get into a couple of things. So there is a new Rhythm Heaven game coming out in a couple of weeks, actually, which I've been Rhythm Heaven Groove.
I didn't actually know. I had forgotten about this.
Yeah, and thankfully it's coming out on Switch, because I don't have a Switch 2. I think it's only coming out on Switch, which is the funny thing. It's like it's not on Switch 2. That is so weird.
Could you imagine a Switch 2 version? It had to be on Switch. Like this game's too graphically intense for the Switch 1.
I don't think they can get away with that.
These drawings that look like they were done in Flash, you know, they're really pushing. They're like 5K textures. It runs 180 frames
180 frames a second. I mean, which ideally you want more frames in a game where your inputs really matter, so that would make sense.
Can you imagine, though, if they actually, like, for real, they could do 120 frames a second, but then TV input would just completely fuck it up anyway?
That would be hilarious, actually. So, yeah, been big excited about the new Rhythm Heaven coming out, and I've had a Rhythm Heaven-like in my Steam library since around Christmas, I believe, called Bits and Bops. And you look at it and it's just kind of very immediate. Like, literally, this is Rhythm Heaven Me Too. It has the same 1-2 button. Like you can even make the 2 button games into a 1 button mini game if you want to in Bits and Bops. But it's like 2 buttons. Like, you're usually presented with a cute little mini game where it's like, you know, cute characters doing something weird or something cute, and then there's a song that plays and the characters do things into the rhythm, and you press buttons on, you know, like certain sound. In a perfect world, it would be pressing the buttons on perfectly timed audio cues, which is like, that's Rhythm Heaven's thing, is that is a game that you can play entirely through sound. At least Rhythm Heaven Fever you can. You don't need the visuals at all. Bits and Bops, it has a few games where the audio cues for when you're supposed to be pressing the button, they're either too subtle or they don't exist for some reason, and they want you to use the visual instead. And that rubbed me the wrong way. There are like 16 rhythm mini games in this one. I mean, obviously this is like a small indie production. They can't go make 40 of these things, because these things do seem pretty complicated to make, and you know, there's a lot of art assets to go into it. There's the music. So, you know, obviously a small dev team is not going to be able to put something out on the scope of a Rhythm Heaven game. But they've got 16 full mini games. They've got like 4 big remixes at the end of each little section of games that you play. But yeah, like nice. There are 3 or 4 of them where there is one part of the queue where it's just like, no, this is just a visual thing. There is no way for me because you don't give me some kind of call to respond to. You're just what you want me to watch a picture, because there's, especially when they start doing it in like, odd rhythms, or they're doing them consecutively. But it's just like, if there's no audio cue for that, you don't know how many times you're supposed to do it, even if you knew where the first one would go.
Yeah.
So it's not perfect, but as a Rhythm Heaven fan, I couldn't have been happier with it. Like, I think it's a solid, cute little thing. Just the fact that it's not. I wish that it wasn't so Rhythm Heaven, I guess, in terms of its presentation, because it is trying so hard to have like the same quirky tone with all these weird characters, and it's just, I kind of wish it was doing a little more of its own thing instead of just we have Rhythm Heaven at home. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, they've done a very good job at imitating a thing that I like with all my heart. Like, I love all the Rhythm Heaven games. They're all fantastic. So even if this game kind of boils down to just, I'm just doing that same thing, I'm still going to sit there and seal clap like an idiot, because I like press the button and make cute thing happen. And I like those kinds of rhythm games a little more than I do games that have like, like note tracks and things like that.
You like to read a bunch of books.
Yeah, there you go. Let's go read a bunch of books.
We have a GBA flash card now. I really need to just buckle down. And
hell
play
yeah,
that one.
Yeah. The original.
I had the DS one, but doing the touchscreen stuff kind of annoyed me a little bit.
I only struggled on that one with Cosmic Tennis. I think that was the hardest one, and that one took me forever to get this to get the Superb in. But
yeah.
But Bits and Bobs also has an editor. I think this is where it sets itself apart from Rhythm Heaven, is that it does have an editor where, you go on the Steam Workshop, and like, I played a number of really, they have to be very legally sketchy uploads for sure, but you can make the mini games kind of operate. You kind of take the bits and scenes from the mini games and make them operate to custom music. And I've not messed with the editor myself because it seems really complicated. And again, I've kind of been, head deep in my own game development stuff the last couple of weeks. So I didn't spend a lot of time messing with the editor, but I did play a lot of custom tracks. And it's just like, this is really well put together. There's a lot of tools here for people to play around with and make some really cool things. So it's like, Bits and Bobs does get its flowers here in that it's, it definitely is doing something that I don't think that Rhythm Heaven would or could ever do, just due to the legality and stuff. Like, sure, they could probably have like songs in there that you could use and then make, your own little mini games around them, or
out of pre-baked visuals.
Yeah. But the way Bits and Bobs does it, like the fact that that's even in there and that it's functional and people are making it work, and like the games that people make feel as seamless as the base game, I think that's pretty cool.
That is really cool. Like, I would never have even thought of like a Rhythm Heaven editor as being a thing you could make.
That was just completely a thing I didn't know was in there until I had completed the game, and it was like, editor? What am I editing? I thought maybe you can replace some graphics or something like that. No, you can just make you can make a whole song, and you put it together with bits and pieces of all the available mini games.
So cool.
Yeah, so that's pretty rad. It might be something I play around with, like, you gotta have like a Death Grip song with all these cute visuals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, Bits and Bops, like, if you find yourself fiending for a little more Rhythm Heaven, even though we only got to wait a couple weeks, it's a pretty damn solid, it's a very fast play. Like, I literally finished this in an afternoon. I got through the whole thing in, like, one sitting, so it won't take very long, but if you want to sit around and play some custom levels and do all that fun stuff, there's obviously, like, another couple hours in there for you. I think it's totally worth it, and I do commend the developers on committing to creating something like this, because thinking about like how many assets are needed to kind of make one mini game, and how getting all that strung up perfectly has to be a pain in the ass, and I think that like making something that can be universally played through audio cues. I think that that's something that just like you don't think about much while you're playing video games, but like when you're thinking about trying to make something like this and how getting all that synced up right to make it all sound good and feel good. You know, I think that that's a lot of work. So I think a lot of my appreciation, you know, like even though I may be a little down on a few of the games not being perfect, I think that like my appreciation for how much work it obviously takes to put something like this together kind of helps like pull
Makes
that.
perfect sense to me.
Yeah. It's like I can literally play Rhythm Heaven Fever on Switch or not Switch, but on Wii. I can literally play that game with my back to the screen. I literally finished at like this. Like it sounds like I was trying to do a dumb party trick to swim in pussy, but I remember when friends were over one time and we were just talking, and I was playing Rhythm Heaven Fever, and I just had my back turned to the screen and was talking to them the whole time, and I was just going on audio cues, and I cleared every game.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, needless to say, things were a little wet that night.
They were just like, damn, you cleared Monkey Watch.
Dude, Monkey Watch is the funniest thing to me because, like, I remember clearing that the first time, and I remember getting a bunch of people to buy Rhythm Heaven Fever. And everybody messaging me, how do I do Monkey Watch? And I have had to explain Monkey Watch like 50 times. And it's just like, that and Love Rap are the two that I have had to like explain the most. And it's like, no, this is what you're going for. Da, 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 da. It's like, there you go. Just listen to the beat. They're giving it to you right there.
There's something about Monkey Watch where if you're off like 5 times in a row.
The end is the worst part where they keep going and it's zooming out and then the song is fading out, but they still throw in one last dun, 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 at the end.
Yeah, like every minigame in that will have the moment where the visuals fuck with you.
Yeah, and that's fun though. I love the way that those games fuck with you because they're confident enough in the way that their sound works that it's just like,
which makes me think that Bips and Bops, because Rhythm Heaven Fever makes it so obvious that you can play with just audio. I wonder if Bits and Bops doing something else was kind of them trying to be like distinguish themselves. Like, oh, this one you have to play with the visuals, but then it doesn't quite work out as well.
But this game, Bits and Bobs also fucks with the visuals a lot too, and that's why I think that the games that require the visual, like maybe don't be fucking with that then.
Yeah. Oh, never mind.
So yeah, that's where it kind of drops the ball a little bit. I think is that like this game does fuck with the visuals in a number of ways, you know. So yeah, again, not perfect, but I had a really great time with it because I like Rhythm Heaven stuff.
Had a really great time.
Yeah. I had another delightful little time with a cute little game. Only takes you maybe about an hour and a half to complete. It's called Cherno Lifts a Boulder.
Jeez.
Yeah. Now this is a game wherein Cherno lifts a boulder.
Wait, what does she do?
She lifts a boulder.
Wait, who lifts a boulder in Cherno lifts a boulder?
Cherno lifts a boulder.
Okay. What does she do with the boulder again?
She lifts it.
Okay.
And then what?
But in this game, the character Cherno goes to a boulder and she lifts it.
Yeah, Cherno, who is an ice fairy in Gensokyo in the world of Toho.
Oh yeah, that goes without saying.
This is
we don't need to dumb things down
crossover with New Scarlet Devil remake.
Oh my god, yeah, dude. Like, I mean, it kind of just still looks the same. It's just, you know, you can play it on your Switch now, which I'm fine with that.
It really doesn't look the same. I mean, it looks the same, but like when you actually compare like the 480p of the original, it looks way better technically.
Isn't there a version as well?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, I've not done like a deep dive on looking at the EOSD remake. I'm going to play it, obviously, but to me, like, just I kind of caught it at glance, so I could be wrong, you know, but it did not look all that different to me.
It's way higher resolution.
Didn't they lose the source code to the original? Like,
apparently Zoom found it. He's a drunk.
Yeah, he's a drunk.
Oh, okay, good. He found it.
Apparently, he says he found it later.
I thought they were rebuilding this from scratch so it could be more maintainable long term.
I mean, hopefully they are.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's cool that game's getting a
Yeah, now do the two better ones.
Yeah. PCB and Imperishable Night. Yeah, let's go.
I don't know. I look. I love PCB and I love IN. I'm just saying. I think I put EOSD in the same company for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's definitely a reason you start with this one.
Yeah.
It's like Elemental Toho. You play EOSD and it's like, okay, yeah, this is the nugget in the center.
This is the creamy filling.
Mm-hmm. It's Polly, I think you were talking about a game where somebody lifts a boulder.
Yeah. So Cherno lifts a boulder.
Okay.
Do any other questions? Rhete, would you have any questions about the game that I'm about to talk about?
I've actually played this, so no, I don't have any other questions.
So Cherno Lifts a Boulder is a game where Cherno lifts a boulder. Okay, the bit's done. We've killed it. It is a dead horse. So in Cherno Lifts a Boulder,
can lift a dead horse. I bet
she probably can. Dude, if she can lift a boulder, she can lift a dead horse.
They should make the sequel.
Cherno Lifts a Dead Horse. I'm gonna fucking do that. That's gonna be my next fan game. Cherno Lifts a Dead Horse.
That's the ROM hack.
That's the ROM hack. There you go. Doing a model swap of the boulder, and it's just a dead horse. It's Silent Suzuka. Aww. But in Cherno Lives a Boulder, Cherno comes home one day to find that there's a boulder in front of her house.
So we gotta keep going. We're almost there.
And she has to lift it to go home.
How does she lift the boulder?
So she needs to collect little power icons. You know them from the Toho games, the little red power icons. Yeah. She needs to collect a certain number of them, and you find them while just kind of looking around this big open world that it's I say big open world. It's big in terms of just like, oh, there's a lot of ground here to cover and way bigger than I thought it would be, but it's not huge. It's just kind of like a gigantic Donkey Kong 64 level or something.
I was going to say I'm picturing like a Jak and Daxter.
Yeah, like
zone.
A Jak and Daxter zone or something. And as Cherno collects more power icons, she gets more abilities. Like, oh, she can double jump now. She can float. So it's basically just you. Like, there's no enemies in this game. It's just you running around, having a good time. There's a dedicated sit button, and for some reason, it's the cutest thing in the world. Like, where she just plops down and sits, and it's just happy. Like, and there's like a lot of little Easter eggs where you can find like certain Toho characters that have been made into snowmen. You know, it's just like, you can find like a snowman with a patchouli hat on or something. It's adorable. It's just a little cute. It's just a little cute game. It only takes like an hour and a half to complete. Because like it's one of those games where like I think you have to collect something like 450 power icons or something. No, I think it's 400. You have to reach 4.00 power in order for Cherno to be able to lift the boulder. And so each one is worth like 0.01 power.
Cute.
And you have to reach 4 power to finish the game, and there's barely enough in the world. So like you can and might end up in that situation where like you're at like 3.89, and I've been all over this goddamn world. I don't know what I missed or what I haven't found. And I did unfortunately run into that, and my last 20 minutes was kind of frustrating because like, dude, I've scoured this whole place. I don't know where else to go. But yeah, I guess if the game had maybe a little more, power icons kind of floating around, it would have felt a little nicer. But it's a real tight squeeze to get that 4. I think somebody said there's like 420 in the world, and that's nice number, but. It's a little close because some of those areas are a little hard to find. Like I remember a few of the last areas that are just like way high up in the world. I had a devil and if you fall from there and have to climb your ass all the way back up, it is just the worst. And I did that in my last.
More than a short hike to get to the top.
Oh god, yeah, I did that in my last 10 minutes too. I literally fell. I missed a jump, or I didn't have enough float to reach the final platform that had like the last 4 or 5 that I needed to get to 4.00, and I had to reclimb the entire fucking world again, which took like 2 or 3 minutes. I was like, Jesus. But very cute game, just an adorable little time. Like it's silly. It's Journo. She lifts a boulder. It's very cute.
It sounds nice.
Yeah.
I can't believe you spoiled the ending like that, Polly.
I can't believe it.
You get the 4.0, and then she's just like, and then she gets there, and Reimu pushes it away for her.
That would be pretty funny. That would be pretty funny, really.
She's just like, oh, I still can't lift it. And then one of the others comes over and like nudges it with a finger.
Nah, it's got a she gets it out of there in satisfying fashion. It's pretty cool. Chirno's pretty cool in the end. Because she's an ice fairy. She's cool. See what I did?
Hey.
See it? Jokes. We got him.
We got him.
I think that's like from Narc. We got him.
That game sounds delightful.
Yeah, it's delightful. It's just a cute little thing. You sit down, you play it for an evening. You have a good time. You have a good time.
What more do you need?
You don't
God's
need a
honest
lot.
video game.
Yeah. Had a delightful little segment this time around. Nothing but good vibes all around. Nothing but good vibes. All right. John!
That's me.
That is totally you.
So last time I talked a little bit about the Metroid randomizers, and I think that's what I want to focus on here. I played... I just kept playing Metroid ROM hacks. I beat, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I played 6 Metroid ROM hacks, most of which were pretty beefy.
Holy shit, that is so much Metroid.
Not counting the randomizer. But I played my 2 favorites of the bunch since the last podcast. I played Hyper Metroid, which is from 2015, and then I played Super Metroid X Fusion. And Rhete DM'd me. I was like, "Oh, John, you don't play any new games." I was like, "Actually, I'm in the middle of Super Metroid X Fusion, which is from 2025.
Wow,
contemporary. I'm on the pulse. It's less than a year old.
Go eat a dick, Rhete."
And then I mentioned that's a mashup of 2 very old games.
It was very old. It came out less than a year ago, Rhete. Sorry. Checkmate.
Fusion came out in like 2001.
Checkmate. I'm on the pulse, and y'all are the ones drowning in the obscurity of the old. I'm the one just sipping the ambrosia of the newest hotness. So Hyper Metroid is the boomer hack. It's the big one.
Yeah.
There's technically ones from like 2005 or whatnot, but that's like prehistory when it comes to ROM hacks.
Oh, for sure.
So 2015, Hyper Metroid came out. It's based on Project Base, which was a ROM hack that added basically a bunch of like QOL features to Super Metroid. So missiles, they don't play the whole fanfare when you get them.
Oh,
it's very
good.
quick.
Yeah, that's lovely.
It's very nice. Doors are twice as fast. Elevators are twice as fast. The UI is tweaked a little bit. So a couple of the big features with Hyper Metroid. First off, it's just that it's much, much more open. It has those QL features, and it has an ammo system where you collect a missile tank or a super missile tank or a power bomb tank to collect them in the first place. You can start using them. But once you've gotten one of them, all the remaining ones do is just add ammo to your like overall count. Right. So you have like missiles give you 5, super missile gives you 10, and then power bombs give you 15, and then they just use an amount of ammo. So like you use 1 ammo for a missile, 10 ammo for a super missile, and 20 for a power bomb.
Okay, that's cool.
It's very cool. So what that means is missile tanks don't feel like garbage to collect anymore.
Yeah, because you're adding to your whole arsenal when you go out of your way to get one.
Two missile tanks is as good as a super missile tank. So that feels, which is very different from how it is in Super Metroid.
Yeah.
The other big thing is that instead of beating 4 bosses, you get to the entrance to Torian pretty early, and there's 15 gates in the front of it, in front of Torian. And the only way to get into Torian is to find buttons that are just strewn about the world. And every time you find one, it's like gate 2 unlocked, gate 5 unlocked.
Oh.
Gate 16 unlocked. So like 4-ish of them are guarded by bosses basically, but then the rest are just like play attentively, keep explore closely. You have a good idea of which area a given switch is in. So if you're missing one, you don't have to scour the whole map. And luckily I got to the end after exploring everything closely and I'd found all 15. So it felt really good.
Cool.
I really like that structure. I really like, instead of it being like based on, you can attack the bosses in different order in different orders. And really it's just, you can approach the game however you want, so long as you eventually hit all of those gates.
Yeah.
I think it's really classy.
I think that is a much cooler way of gating than having the world gated, because like the ammo system is obviously going to let you do so much more exploring.
Exactly. The pause. Sorry, I just fucked with my HDMI cable and now my computer's freaking out.
No.
Oh, I'm still coming through. Okay. Oh. Oh wait. No, I messed up. All right. Am I good?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that.
Let me timestamp that. 45.
Yeah, I'll let you know at the time.
45, 20.
Watch back in clean.
You're good.
Nah, leave it in.
Only the best production values for our listeners.
Well, now I gotta leave it in because you made it a bit. That makes my job easier.
Yeah, there you go. All right, we're good. Great jokes, great bits. So yeah, exploring the map just feels so good.
Nice.
It took me a while to find Morph Ball. I was just, because obviously whenever I play any of these hacks, I'm not even close to approximating like what's the casual route here. I'm immediately wall jumping everywhere, and the second I get bombs, I'm bomb jumping everywhere. I'm just fucking with everything as best as I could. I don't know where you're supposed to get super missiles, because I got super missiles by doing like a really tight hell run into a infinite bomb jump.
Fantastic.
And I'm just like, and I felt like I might have been locked into the area I was in until I found them, just by like happenstance. So I don't know. It could be that this is inscrutable played casually. I had a lot of fun. So I felt like a god multiple times, like finding like opening up a big chunk of the map, because it's still gate stuff. There's still super missile gates and power bomb gates.
It's just governed by the ammo system.
Yeah, that's part of it. That's part of it for sure. It's a big mix. It kind of made me realize I don't actually hate hard lock and key locks. Mm-hmm. It's just that I don't want that to be the only thing. Because in Hyper Metroid, it's a mix of these enemies hit like a truck. I don't want to go here yet. This area is locked off to me unless I do a tricky wall jump around some enemies. This area is just hard locked until I get super missiles. Mm-hmm. And if you have like a pleasant mix of all of those, I feel like it makes it feel a lot less like you're just looking for keys in a maze, basically.
Yeah.
So I found it very, very pleasant. The Golden Chorizo is a fucking clusterfuck. It's crazy. So I left that for last, basically. That is a funny thing, a recurring thing, is like every ROM hacker loves doing absolutely fucking crazy Golden Chorizos. I played like 3 hacks in a row where like one of the climactic bosses was a fucked up Golden Chorizo.
Oh, good. Well, I mean, it's the Golden Chorizo, if you don't know what you're doing, is literally one of the hardest bosses in that game. So
yeah. It's like the only one that feels like an actual action game boss. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, like all the other bosses are very Zelda-ish in a way, where you've got to wait for your opening. Okay, now you can shoot it. But yeah, the Golden Chorizo fight is literally like a knockdown, drag-out fight.
Oh, it's fucking crazy. That and Ridley.
Yeah, Ridley.
Yeah, I was going to say Ridley's also the brawl.
Yeah. Oh, it's so fucking good. I love Super Metroid.
Oh, it's greatest game of all time.
Haven't played vanilla Super Metroid in like 8 years. I really ought to go do that again. I played it to death as a kid,
sure,
in college and whatnot. So I know it backwards and forwards, but it has been a while since I've just played vanilla.
Yeah, that is one of those once a year games for me. So
I see it. So Hyper, I think, is a really good. For me, it was probably my favorite of the bunch that I played. Oh, and it has a 10-minute escape timer.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like, "There's no way." And then this is kind of spoiling a good joke, but it's you're going through the escape, and it's like you're having to run through like all these different areas, and then like you're moving towards Crateria in your ship, but then there's like a bunch of rocks have fallen. You can't go that way. You have to run a different way.
Oh.
My favorite joke in the game is that there's a part where lava is slowly rising, and then that fucko from Meridia.
Oh no, Dragon!
That munch. No, not Dragon.
Not Dragon. Fucking shit. I know which one you're talking about.
The one that munches dirt very slowly.
Yeah.
You have to,
oh my
you have
god!
To be like space jumping over the lava while you're waiting for this thing to very slowly eat dirt for like a minute.
Oh,
and the
that's so good.
Down.
That's so good.
So it just keeps like by the time you're done, you've ran through like 4 different areas, and I finished with like 40 seconds on the clock.
Okay, that's rad. That sounds
it's
really
so
fun.
fucking funny.
That's really fun.
It's really good. It was such a cool way to make a climax I'd never seen before. Using only vanilla parts. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's rad.
So that's probably the highlight. It's a very open game, open world, and then it has a fuck awesome climax. So loved Hyper Metroid. It has a really edgy story intro where it's like the space pirates attacked an AU where she's married to Adam, and the space pirates kill her whole family, and she miscarried her baby.
Oh my god! What if Lara Croft got breast cancer?
And then for whatever reason, she's nude when she went during the death animation. It's
okay, all right.
This is so fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's like the ultimate teenage fantasy game here, buddy.
And guess what? Game still fucking rules. And guess what? The creator themselves remade it. And as far as I can tell, the main thing they remade, besides stripping out the edgy bits, is making it much, much more linear and guided.
Oh! Why would you do that?
They AM2R'd themselves.
Oh my god. He took a bullshitty game and made it better.
Yeah.
So if I look it up, I have to find the old version.
Yeah.
The old version is Hyper Metroid. The new one is Hyper Metroid Super.
All right.
What a beautiful name.
That is about the stupidest fucking name you could have thought of. I would have thought of that name.
Cool and super.
So the other one I played was Super Metroid X Fusion. I actually played a shorter hack by this guy, by the same dev, called Super Metroid 11, which was like a really cool cramped puzzle hack. It was kind of doing what Temple of the Winds, another one I played, did, but only it was good. And the only thing I didn't understand was like, you see this anime girl in the middle and she's like talks ominously at you. And I was like, oh, where is this going to go somewhere? And then it just doesn't come up again. It doesn't get resolved.
Well, that's weird.
And then I was like, that's not that. The puzzles were great, but this was really unsatisfying. And then I showed it to Cecile and she said, John, that's a character from 11 Eyes.
Oh, okay. Hence Super Metroid 11. See, I thought it was just a sequel to the 10 Metroid games, the 10 Super Metroid games that they put out on SNES back in 1994 through 97.
Once you collect all the tanks, you end the game with 11 missiles, 11 super missiles, 11 power bombs. But basically, the game was so atmospheric that I was like, oh, this story's going somewhere. But in actuality, it's a really funny shitpost for VN heads.
That's pretty good.
Oh my god.
So I like that one. Super Metroid X Fusion was their big magnum opus from last year. It's the one. So I watched a ROM hack ending like 3 or 4 years ago from a hack called Vitality, and it was the dumbest shit I'd ever seen. And I was like, maybe I don't need to worry about what the Super Metroid scene is doing. And then like last year I saw a footage. I was like, here's the climax to Super Metroid X Fusion, and I just put it on, and I was like, this seems like it's cooking. This seems like they were. What is this? This is crazy. And so I played the whole game, and it immediately feels really, really nice. It's Fusion's presentation. It's sort of like an AU Fusion. That's technically in Super Metroid's engine. You wouldn't know it from screenshots. But it's an AU of Fusion where like the start is sort of the same. Well, it actually starts very differently. Where like the first fight is the Omega Metroid.
All right.
Oh,
It's crazy. And then, but the whole thing plays out much less wordy, and also it lays out the big turns from Fusion a lot sooner. Like, okay, this is Adam, not just a computer. Okay, XYZ, the Saw X is attacking. So by like a third into the game, you're in like climax of Fusion territory. And it starts off pretty guided. And then at a certain point, it's just like, okay, now you need like these 3 power-ups. You can just go find them. They're somewhere in the station. And it was very, very fun to just scour them down. But like, there's a point where you just can get plasma beam, another item, and gravity suit or space jump in whatever order you want, and just very closely exploring these really loved on areas from Fusion, being very attentive. It's never for the main path. It's a lot more demanding than Fusion because it's open-ended, and you have to notice like, oh, there's like a line of 3 pixels on the right of this wall. This is a bombable area. So you have to keep your eyes peeled for like what would normally be like optional power-ups. But you basically always know like what area you need to be is the secret it's going to be in that helps you progress. But the end result is like I got hard stuck in this one for 2 or 3 hours spread across the playthrough. But in a way that felt nice. It felt like I was building a very intimate relationship with the ship. And then the bosses go fucking crazy. They pull new bosses back from Super, but in a completely different way. They pull like beta bosses.
Okay.
Beta bosses.
Okay.
They pull bosses from Fusion, but fuck with them and give them crazy new attacks. And then when you finally get to the climax, it just goes completely ham in the most like fan game way possible. It's a whole game oriented around there's promises that Fusion makes that it doesn't necessarily fully deliver on, and this game is built around like,
going for it.
To the point where it pissed, like I was looking at Metroid construction reviews, and parts of it are like, I didn't like this part. It was too hard. I didn't like there's parts where it kind of turns into a Massacre game for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And it changes it suits what the story is doing, and
Sure.
It changes the checkpointing. I loved it. I loved how it changed the language for the climax. I loved all the fan game stuff, fanfic stuff. The only thing I didn't like is that there's an extra bit of story at the end that only plays during hard mode that I think was a very nice bow on the experience, and it just doesn't play on normal mode, and hard mode sounds legitimately really painful.
Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate.
So I just play on a normal, and then you can look up the hard mode ending and see it. It's cute. So I really like this one. I think I don't really have a favorite. I think Hyper Metroid and Super Metroid X Fusion are both just a great time if you're up for if you're experienced in Super Metroid.
If you like good fucking video games.
Yes. X Fusion starts with a big thing that says, this is intended for Super Metroid veterans. Those people got so mad.
Learn to wall jump.
Learn to wall jump, and then also just expect to have to think and poke around. And that's the thing is like playing I was feeling really rotten about sort of Metroidvanias just as a concept.
Sure.
I keep having my crises where I'm like, I hate this whole fucking genre.
What if Hollow Knight isn't good?
It's all rotten. What if Hollow Knight isn't good? What if Metroid Dread isn't good? No, Hollow Knight, honestly, earnestly, I finished Hyper Metroid and I was like, hey, Hollow Knight was kind of good in a lot of the same ways that was.
Oh, yeah. You're peeking me,
I mean, that's the whole thing of that one being like, it guides you a little bit at the start and then says, okay, get these 3 things. You have the whole world.
Exactly. Like Super Metroid has a lot of gates and power-ups, but Hyper Metroid has the same gates, but it's like 3 times longer. Mm-hmm. So if you just spread out those gates, then it feels a lot more open and a lot more, there's a lot more time where you're really getting to savor using the grapple beam to get around before you
Right.
hit space jump, stuff like that.
And then Hollow Knight is like 5 times longer.
Yes, and then Hollow Knight has even fewer gates and is even longer. No, Hollow Knight's great. I think that, but basically my conclusion is I like it when the fights are hard, so that you actually have an incentive to collect power-ups besides progressing your 100% token.
That's something a lot of the modern Metroidvanias, I think, really forget. Like, original NES Metroid, there is a reason you're getting so many fucking missiles. It's for the last encounter with Mother Brain.
It's really, really hard otherwise. You have to get through all the...
It's like literally impossible without 60 or so.
Yeah. So...
Not counting the Cheerios. You got to battle the Cheerios, and you got to beat the brain walls to get in. Like, you need that shit.
Perfect run with, getting through the walls and Mother Brain's tank is, 60 or so.
Yeah.
So, and ideally, you want way more than that.
And you can't, and there's no, the Rinkas don't drop power-ups in Metroid 1.
Yeah.
So you have to get through there. Yeah, exactly. Like, I like it when you want to collect the power-ups for their own sake, instead of because they make your life easier, instead of just, well, I have to collect all the pieces of heart so that I can have the nice clean 2 rows of hearts at the end of Zelda Wind Waker.
Yeah.
Even though every enemy deals a quarter heart
of damage in that fucking game. Are you kidding me?
I played that game at release, and I still remember laughing out loud when the first enemy hit me for a quarter heart.
So that I don't like. I like it when there's a mix of soft gates that are either like you have to do some weird movement, or the enemies are really hard here, and hard gates. Instead of it just being like a rigid, and I like it when there's multiple places you can go at once to progress, instead of it being kind of like Metroid Prime's approach is generally like there's always one place to go. This is the power up. They'll throw it up on the hint menu. But even if you turn that off, you're exploring this world and getting missiles and whatnot, but you're looking for one place. There's one place to go where you can collect the power up that'll open up the next area. And until you find that one power up, you can't make any other like macro progress in the game.
Yeah.
That can feel like really rigid and mean. I thought very rigid and not mean necessarily, but just like at that point, it feels like a linear game masquerading as a non-linear game.
I mean, that's what that genre became for a very long time.
Yeah. So I think there's a lot of them, but I do think there's a lot of them out there that are more like basically like Metroid 1, where missiles are useful, E-tanks are useful. There's some power-up gates, and there's some that, and there's also secrets. I also like when there's secrets, like in most of the Igavanias, the secret walls are always optional. They're never anything that you need to progress. But in like Super Metroid, Hyper Metroid, all these ROM hacks, like you have to keep a close eye. You have to keep your eyes peeled and pay attention to the visual language, because you have to find secrets in order to make your way through areas. I think that's cool. So basically, I think if you tie it all together, it's sort of like, I like it when the Metroidvania feels more like an RPG dungeon. And I think these ROM hacks, I think Hollow Knight, all get there. And that was nice. I feel like I came away from it and I decided I didn't hate this genre anymore.
Happy ending.
Happy ending. I can play these on occasion. I still don't like roguelites.
Yeah. That's that one genre these days where it's just like the first like action roguelike or deck building roguelite. When I see that on a Steam page or an itch page, like, yep, all right, immediate back. All right, I'm done. We're out.
A Metroidvania, like these things can be good. I think the roguelites for me are still just like, okay, you took a roguelike and ruined it. Good work. Just this quickly, I played Narf's Battle Narf, Narf on itch. It's a massacre game. It's a hard linear massacre. It's a Battle Kid riff, but with all like original or collaged art. And I fucking loved it. Took me like 3 hours. It has insane cool bosses. Narf is very plugged into the Mega Man ROM hack community. And that community goes fucking crazy with bosses. So they always feel like just on the edge of being incomprehensible, but you can just barely like kind of learn them. So it's a hard game. It's a massacre game. I thought it was within the boundaries of still being like comfortably fun and playable. It took me a couple like 3-ish sittings. And it has Vextro references.
Well, there you go.
My Crace sprite from RPG Maker is part of a boss attack. Daisy's part of a boss attack. The jellyfish from Jellyfish Archipelago are boss attacks.
All right.
So I really like this one. That's one of my favorite, maybe my favorite itch game I played this year.
Got to work Ken Griffey Jr. into one of my games now.
Yep, absolutely. And of course, play Planet Nutrition Hive Assault. It fucking rips.
Thank you,
y'all.
You've got 3 minutes to spare.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've had 3 minutes. That's all it is. All right. Babbling done.
All right.
Can I go back to the Metroid thing real quick?
Sure.
So you talked about Super Metroid like randomizer last time. The generator for that is insane.
It is
cool.
The part for the skill assumption, I have never seen anything like this in my life. I will just read a bit of it. Basic. Wall jumps, shine sparks, simple use of frozen enemies, and navigating heated rooms without Varia. So, like, that's already above what it takes to beat Super Metroid, because you don't have to do wall jumps, and you don't have to do heated rooms without Varia. There are skill assumptions here that rank from medium. That was basic. Then there's medium, hard, very hard, expert, expert plus, extreme, extreme plus, insane, insane plus. And there's all these lists of skills that I've never heard of.
What the fuck is Iceless?
Read some of them off for us.
One tap short change, horizontal midair shine sparks. Oh, mock balls is in hard. I didn't know about that.
Mock balls is easy.
Anyway,
it is weird that that's in hard. Stutter wall jump short charges, spring ball jumps off of walls, flatly jumps. What? There's one. R mode CF interrupt, double stutter 4 tap.
What the fuck?
Bootless double spring ball jumps underwater with bombs. Taco tank.
Taco tank. The tastiest technique.
Crossing Coliseum with no movement items. What are these?
Coliseum is the big open area from Meridia that you're supposed to have grapple beam for and gravity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Taco tank is that first E-tank to the right of the morph ball that's in the ceiling. It's called Taco tank when you collect it without having bombs or any items, and it's basically it's like a sub-pixel perfect wall jump.
Yeah, it's crazy.
There's just so. I'm leaving out like 90% of these skills listed though. It's just like what the fuck?
This is a game that's got lineage because the speedrunning community tore it to shreds. This game, every inch, every pixel of this game, every line of this game's code has been dissected by every single runner at this point.
It's been panic coined.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Positive.
Where the basic is harder than Super Metroid by default.
So putting all that aside, because we're getting sidetracked, and this is my fucking podcast, and I don't like getting sidetracked. We do not do sidebars on this show. It's in the fucking contracts. I need you two fucking idiots to get with the fucking program. Rhett, talk about your stupid shit.
There's a reason that you sign a contract and not tangent one, because we don't do tangents here.
God damn.
Oh, so I guess I talk about stuff now.
No, you talk about stuff.
What do you mean
you want to? Boy, the anger there is kind of justified because I noticed at the start of this podcast you said, talk about the media we consume. All about that media consumption.
All about it.
Yeah. So after the last episode, Polly pulled me aside and was like, listen, son, you can't come in on here and talk about
can't
anime
do that. No, listen. We got limits here. We all love anime. We love a good bit of it. But man,
and you I say media consumption, but this is a fucking video game podcast.
Listen, motherfucker. We lose half of our audience every time you start talking about Japanese cartoons, okay?
We're at 1/4 of a listener. We can't go any smaller, Rhete. They'll die. They don't have enough blood. You want to take even more of their blood, Rhete?
So I finally played a video game for the first time in like 3 months.
Whew, I was
shit.
worried we'd lost you.
You may have lost me again after.
Oh no!
What video game did you play, Rhete? Is it Peak?
I played the AAA release of the month, Mina the Hollower.
Oh.
And here's why it's a AAA release, because the studio might close if they don't sell enough.
If they don't sell a million bajillion copies.
Like all AAA games, the studio's success depends on this one game, their survival.
We only sold $1 million. We only sold 1 million copies. How are we supposed
That's
to
their goal. I
that?
think they only sold 500,000, and I don't think they're thrilled with that.
Yeah, they didn't seem happy. I've seen some posts from them about, like while promoting things or other bundles they're in or something, or like merch, and there's like, and you could also buy our video game. And it's just like, that seems desperate for a company that just sold 500,000 copies of a thing.
But they said we needed $1 million.
These guys really mismanaged their whole Shovel Knight thing, didn't they?
That's the thing. Like, people are like, "Oh, poor indies these days. They can't even break even with this much of attention." And I'm like, "No, they fucked up in so many ways.
They've got an expensive LA office that you really didn't.
It's really a lot of it is that.
Yeah, that was really not needed.
They decided to move all their main talent to making a 3D game, which entailed completely changing all their existing tooling.
Yeah, that's number 2.
And then it didn't work out.
I mean,
and then this side project that one guy was working on suddenly became, "Hey, you are our next flagship. Get out here."
Yeah. I think part of it is people going, "Oh, I can't believe the Shovel Knight jobs are in trouble." It's like, that game was 12 years ago.
Mm-hmm. And they made 3 or 4. They made 3 full games
that weren't really monetized. Yeah, because you can only get Plague of Shadows in the bundle still, because it doesn't make sense as a standalone. But yeah. Maybe we've talked enough about their issues. Mina the Hollower. It's the new flagship title from Yacht Club Games.
Let's go!
And I did really want to like this one. This is a weird game. It's
good start.
I really wanted to like it. Put it on the Steam page.
But it's more like, this game is divisive. I mean, I've seen so many impressions about it, about what people think of it, and my first few hours were like, I really liked it, or rather. It's like every time I thought I got into a groove with it, something would happen. It's like, oh no, just kidding. Because first tutorial area is fine, first couple bosses fine, and then you kind of get thrown into the open world. So I went towards what is generally considered the easiest path, towards the crypt, and there's one enemy there, these knights that were killing me in 2 hits, and I'm like, this feels a little overtuned. And I actually started a new save file because I wasn't feeling the hammer, and the new switching weapon would have cost 2,000 bones, which is a lot of money at that point in the game. So I start over, pick the knives, which are way faster, get back to that knight, and he's still killing me in 2 hits. And I eventually cheese him from across a gap by throwing sub weapons at him, and then he finally dies, and I'm like, yes, I understand this game. This game, you can feel the Bloodborne influences right away. So I'm like, that enemy, it's kind of like the Dark Knights in Dark Souls 1, where it's it's an enemy that's 5 times stronger than anything around it, but he won't respawn now. And I head one room north, and there's another knight there. And I'm like, oh no, just kidding. This is what they consider a regular enemy in this area.
Oh, good.
Oh, no.
That's fun.
But then I level up. So I was at 2 on attack and defense, and I get to 3 in attack and defense, and they become trivial. It's now I can just kind of face tank them. The stat increase for whatever reason felt so large that they were trivial now, and I'm like, oh, okay. The game starts feeling more reasonable at level 3. So I really liked the first dungeon, which is the crypt, and then I really liked the next 2, the swamp and the woods area. So I'm really feeling this game. it's got a unique system of like, you don't have a dodge roll in the way you would normally in a Souls inspired thing. Mm-hmm. Everything is based around the hollowing, which is digging underground to avoid attacks. And it has a real wind up because you have to jump before landing and going underground. So like there are some bosses towards the end of the game, like big melee characters, that will have like a full second of wind up before they swing, and you have to react them almost immediately in order to jump, land, and be underground when they actually swing at you. And it just feels a little weird because especially the way modern Souls games will have like characters that wind up and then like feint you. Like Elden Ring is all about like fucking with the timing on their attacks, but you react as soon as they're actually attacking. So in this one, you have to react as soon as you see the tell.
Yeah,
it's just a much different rhythm. Mm-hmm. But the thing is that like a lot of people have noticed that like towards the end of the game, once you get your trinket setup going, once you've got your stats leveled up, you can really just kind of fucking face tank a lot of the bosses.
That's what I've seen in some streams where I've caught some late game footage. It just kind of looked like the guy was just rolling up on the boss and just pressing the attack button.
Yeah. There's one, like, it's weird. The bosses just kind of fall off in that you don't really have to pay that much attention. Like, I thought the best boss for me was the one in the crypt towards the start of the game where it's like, oh, I have to pay attention to their attacks, and there's a second form, so I can't just be like completely willy-nilly on healing early on. Mm-hmm. But like, I didn't remember some of the later area bosses because I just first tried them without really thinking about what they were doing at all. The healing system, like everything in this is like one step too complicated, I think.
Yeah, like, that's like, because I played about an hour of this. And every part of the game, even that early, is just like, why is this? Everything feels weird and obtuse, or has like an extra step, and it feels like it's not needed.
Like just the way that burrowing is a jump into an underground dig.
Like I get that they're trying to make it timing based, but like when the ass end of the game falls off and you can literally just face tank everything, it doesn't matter anymore.
The healing system is like, you have to rally back plasma, which is like temporary. It could be health, but then you also have to use the Estus flask equivalent. So it's like, it's two different healing systems kind of mashed together in a way to be as punishing as possible. Because like, if you get hit by a boss and you have no HP and no plasma, you like literally can't heal. And it's such a bad feeling because you've got to go on the offensive, hit them like 4 times without dying. So like when a boss is hard, it can be really hard, but then sometimes most of the bosses end up being easy. Like the balance is just, it's all over the place because of the RPG mechanics. And also there's the whole trinket system where they have like 50 different things, and all of them, or not all of them, but a ton of them will take away one of the major handicaps. Like one of them is like, you do the Estus Flask animation like twice as fast, and that is so big it feels like 3 times faster, where it's like also if you get hit during it, you don't lose the fucking flask, because of course you do in the original like default state. There's one that's like, you get like way more plasma from hitting enemies, and you can overcharge it so that you actually can heal. So like those two trinkets together felt like, I just have to have these on the entire rest of the game now. But then there's also like certain combos that I'm seeing speedrunners use that are just like, oh, you didn't consider this, or you were fine with this breaking the game, where there's one that's like, use sub-weapons. Like when you're out of sub-weapon ammo, you can use health to power them. But then there's also a sub-weapon that gives you back plasma.
Oh, right. Yep. I see how that works.
And then there's a trinket that like makes your health decrease, kind of like Earthbound, like slowly whittle away. So as long as you have that 1 HP, you can use the sub-weapon infinitely to get all your plasma back, and just attack for like 30 seconds before using a healing thing. So it's like finding out combos like that. It's like, oh, that's busted. So yeah, I really, really like how combat in general feels. This game is so platformer focused, though, and I really don't like how that feels. I think there's visually readability issues because there's so much height stuff. And then one of the last areas, the ice area, you're just slipping and getting knocked into pits constantly, or you found the trinket that minimizes knockback damage and it's trivial.
Yeah.
I did not find that one in time.
Oops.
Yeah. The crypt, the first area, I feel is a little bit more nonlinear than the rest of the game. Like, even just having oh, there's a left path and a right path, and you hit switches on both, and then you continue down the center path. Like, really basic stuff. Mm-hmm. But, some of the later areas are, literally straight lines.
It's just a level.
Yeah. More and more towards the end of the game, people are just saying, oh, these are just, top-down Shovel Knight levels in, this style. But, they are very clearly levels.
Yeah.
And there's no... And that also messes with the collection aspect of trying to 100% the game, because you kind of have to go to the start and then make your way to the end. I saw somebody say there's collectibles in an auto scroller part.
Oh,
which is just 3 minutes or so.
That's good fun. We love doing that.
Yeah. So
I don't know, Rhete. I don't know about this one.
I was pretty sour on it by the end. I felt really bad. I mean, part of that is definitely my bias of not really being into video games anymore, but I've seen enough discourse about this one where there are people that love it and people that are just oh, this missed the mark for me. But I've seen a lot of people kind of souring on the
people that just mirror your sentiments so you don't feel like you're going crazy or going too hard.
I don't feel like
I'm
totally crazy because I'm the one hater of this, but yeah, it was sad because I really did like those first half the game. And then it just got too frustrating by the end. Even though, the bosses got easier, the platforming was just, pulling teeth, or it's just oh, back in the pit I go, back in the pit I go. There's so many areas that are just, you have one tile. Even, the road to the crypt is,
yeah, the road to the crypt is still pretty tricky.
That's what I'm saying. It gets tricky even that early. It gets worse. It gets so mean and punishing for, how much you're falling into pits.
And then instead of feeling like you're getting better, you just kind of are oh, I got the thing that trivializes that obstacle.
Yeah. There's one upgrade that's it makes you do a single extra bounce when you land into a pit, and it reduces fall damage, so that's pretty good. I think someone said you actually end up taking more damage because you take damage from the initial fall. That you bounce out of.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. They might have been wrong. I felt like that was a pretty solid upgrade. I just wasn't able to actually save myself that often.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a curious game, but it kind of feels unfortunately, not the game they needed in the moment if they wanted to sell 1 million copies. Because I feel like there was an elegance to Shovel Knight.
Sure.
Where that game was totally balanced around beating it with none of the optional upgrades.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Whereas in this, I feel like the RPGs, the souls leveling and the trinkets feel way too essential to a casual run. Whereas I'm pretty sure I have beaten Shovel Knight without any of the trinkets.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, the vibes of this are kind of weird because the whole thing is set at night, so it has a very specific color palette that just kind of got a little grating by the end. So yeah, when the last boss goes really hard, and when something does that and you're kind of soured on the game,
you're already checked out,
it's such a bad feeling. I'm just I just want you to die. I just want you to I
don't feel anything.
You're not gonna make me do that first phase again, are you? Oh, you're not. Oh, I love you again, video game. Because you made me play less of you.
Oh yeah, that's a brutal feeling.
Yeah. There's also, I won't say what the ending is, but the ending's crazy in a funny way. It definitely fits the vibe, I think.
I've watched one clip from this game, and it's that really, really weird dance joke.
I missed that. I think you get that if you find the third shopkeeper in the open world. I only found 2 of them though.
That's really funny. Someone's like, "Hey, have you heard of the Mina the Hollower Dubcon scene?" And I was like, "What?" And then I watched it. I'm like, "Oh, yeah." All right.
I did watch it after beating the game, and because I was like, well, I'm not going back, so.
That's a very funny thing to have beer only footage.
Oof.
They wanted to make a dark and twisted version of Dancing with the Apple Fish from Shovel Knight.
hopes for this one before it came out. Like, it didn't seem awful.
It's not awful. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's just this is fine. It's just not where it needed to be. Like, even when they were complaining when Silk Song was coming out last year, oh crap, now we gotta put our game back in the oven for 5 months. Because
I mean, I think they definitely probably changed some stuff during that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it's just like, what state was it in at that point then? Because obviously, like Silk Song did not force them to move this game. They were waiting for a reason to push this game back 6 months. You know,
it was so obnoxious at the time.
Like them and Demon School, both games, like no, you guys really needed the work because from the sounds of it, like I remember like the Demon School demo, there were parts of it that didn't go over well, and they were getting real close to that release date, and then the Silk Song date comes out, and they're like, oh well, crap, we got to get out of the way. Let's give us another 3 months.
I think Mina also had a demo that people were kind of
people were pretty iffy on that original demo.
And also, on top of everything, isn't it like 20 hours or something?
It's pretty long, too.
Yeah, great.
Man, I can beat Shovel Knight in like 2 hours.
I love that everyone's... How do we do Zelda these days? Let's make it twice as
long. That's the thing.
To be fair, the speedrunner of this game is like an hour without like the major out of bounds skips. Like, people are finding ways to just zip through it.
All right, something. Just figure out the speedrun tricks and make Mina the Hollower a fun game.
That's not what I was saying.
I know. That's what I was saying because I'm a dick.
Well, Rhete, you and I, we're on the fucking pulse. We're both playing immediate modern
brand new games. Yeah,
brand new big commercials, brand new big zeitgeist games like Mina the Hollower and Super Metroid X Fusion and Battle Marf. And Planet Nutrition, Time Assault.
Bits and Bops was out in 2025.
And Bits and Bops were all on the pulse.
What did she lift again?
She lifted a boulder, Rhete. Cherno lifted a boulder.
Is that a 2026 release?
I think that's 2026.
Okay, my God, we're all on the pulse.
So we are all on the pulse of modern gaming.
Okay, I do have more stuff to talk about, though.
All right.
Okay, go for it.
So I went back to anime.
All right. And to the rest of you, and to the last 1/4 viewer we have out there, we'll see you next time.
We are the only video game podcast that loves you. Anyway, it's time for anime.
And it's time for anime.
Okay, I'm not going to talk about literally every show I watched this time. I watched a show called TP Bon, or the full name would be Time Patrol Bon.
I was going to think toilet paper? What?
I know, right? They probably didn't consider that in Japan.
No, I bet they didn't.
This is an adaptation of a manga from the creators of Doraemon. Mm-hmm. It's from, like, the original was, like, 1978. So, and I don't think it ever got, like, a real full, proper anime adaptation till now. And I just thought it was neat because I was watching it and it felt like, a modern show with retro sensibilities. It's about this kid. He joins the Time Patrol and they go back in time and save people from dying. And like, they're being told that like they're helping things and like, oh, you can't touch stuff because, time will change and, the universe will collapse. But a lot of the times when they save someone, it's like, it feels like it has a predestination thing where, oh, that person you saved always was saved by you in the past. Like, they do a thing where a girl was going to be sacrificed to like an ritual sacrifice, and they bring her back 3 days later because they had heard a legend about the girl who came back 3 days later, and they're like, wait, is that legend exist because of us? Like, what is time? Mm-hmm. But then I went back and read some of the actual manga chapters, and for some reason, I had this thought that this was like a reinterpretation of the original show. Like, oh, we're freshening it up for modern audiences. Mm-hmm. And then I go back and read these manga chapters from the late 70s and 80s, and the dialogue is like 100% the same. It is exactly the same show, like the same premise, and like same stories, same dialogue. The only thing that's radically different is like the art and the camera angles, because the manga is really basic looking. Mm-hmm. But it's so funny that it's like, oh, like the chapter names, you can just tell, oh, it's this episode, and like every episode is about 30 minutes long, and like they're just doing one chapter per episode. But I just couldn't. I was shocked at what a literal adaptation was. The only one part they changed was the last episode because, hey, they put an anime original ending on it because the original manga just ended out of nowhere. Yeah, I had a really good time with that one. There's a few episodes that made me cry. That's always the highlight.
That's on the bingo card. Rhete cried.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's the center square. That's the center square. I watched one more show. This one's a doozy.
Okay.
I watched Shibo Yugi. Oh, God, what's the subtitle? It's like playing death games to put food on the table.
Mm-hmm.
It is a terrible name. They could have called it like Lost Ghost. I think that would have been better. Because like death game anime, I think has a pretty bad reputation.
Oh yeah,
because they are schlocky.
Pretty yeah.
God, this fucking show, man. The first episode is a double length episode. It's 48 minutes long, and it is the slowest show I think I've ever seen. From like, even having watched stuff from the 70s, like Tomorrow's Joe, like the first episode of that is a character walking, and that's about all that happens. Like, this show is so predominantly focused on atmosphere and vibes and not really stuff happening. Like, the only way I can describe a lot of watching this show is like suffocating.
Okay.
Like, it's such a fucking mood piece. They do a lot more. There's a lot more emphasis, I feel, in the show placed on sound design than normal. Sometimes there will just be like a rumbling bass that gets louder and louder for several minutes and then cuts out for no reason, and then you're just left with like silence. And it's just, it feels uncomfortable.
This is my shit. This is my shit right here. There's like almost no actual gore in the show because they have a story conceit where as soon as somebody starts bleeding, it turns into cotton. And they use that as like a plot device for them to be able to lose limbs without dying. But then when you see these girls like with their limbs gone, but it's just cotton stumps, they look like dolls, obviously.
Yeah. Sounds so aesthetic.
Yeah.
What's the title
again? So aesthetic. There's like, there's a saw blade in episode 1, and it ends up, just shooting cotton everywhere.
I need to see this show. I'm already interested.
This show is super, super divisive. I've heard a thing with games where it's like, modern games are made for the mass audience, so everybody gives it like an average score. And there's stuff where it's much more interesting to make something that half of people love and half of people hate. And I think this show nails that. I looked at the forums for the last episode and got kind of mad, where people were like, the first half of this show was okay, but then it really lost the plot in the last 2 arcs. And I was like, ugh. Like, also, because of course, like, the show is not even told chronologically. And then they use that to fuck with you pretty hard in the last episode. And people got mad about that.
Oh.
I saw somebody say this works as a standalone if you're not familiar with the source material, but if you are familiar with the source material, which is a light novel, of course, like, it's a bad adaptation that doesn't respect it at all. Like, if you were a fan of original, you'd be pissed at this show for fucking with the source material so much. God
forbid an adaptation be an adaptation.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. There's so many. Anime is such a weird medium because it's like 95% adaptations.
Yeah.
Like, originals are so rare.
Yeah.
They are so rare. Imagine like Western television being entirely like young adult novel based.
Oh, God.
That's what anime feels like.
It's like if all Western TV was heated rivalry.
Oh, Jesus.
And if you differentiate from the books at all, then everybody gets mad at you because the only purpose of the TV show is to be an extended trailer for the source material.
Yeah, that's what anime is, especially ever since like Full Metal Brotherhood or so.
Yeah.
if you change the original, you get flamed online.
Mm-hmm.
Like your job is to be as literal as possible when adapting the source material. And this is a show that definitely, I don't know anything about the source material, but I can tell they had fun with it. They reinterpreted it a lot. There's just so much they do with like pacing and camera angles and like characters and sound. So I looked it up. This is a show from a new director who's only done one other show.
All right.
And the other show, the one they did before this, was called Days with My Stepsister.
All right.
Was it?
And I'm like, oh no, I have to watch this show now for two reasons. I saw a review for Days with My Stepsister that called it avant-garde.
Uh-huh.
And then I saw another review for this show, Shubuyugi, that called it an extension of what the director was finding his voice previously in
Days with My Stepsister.
And I'm like, how in the world?
I have to know.
How in the fucking world is the Stepsister show a segue into the Death Game show? So yeah, this was definitely the weirdest and most uncomfortable watching experience I've had in, like, of all the anime I've watched this year, or maybe all the one, like, the only thing I can think of that was this off kilter as a TV show was Sonny Boy.
Yeah, Sonny Boy. That was literally what came to mind when you were kind of describing this game, and it's completely off kilter production and like the way it's just kind of like overall weird. Sonny Boy is one of those shows where it's just like, man, this is, you either going to get it or you're not.
Unfortunately, I didn't get that one. I only watched like one or two episodes of it.
I think that show's good. I think that show's really good, but I will admit, like, it is esoteric and confusing in ways that you are going to have to stop and think about at the end and just be like, all right, that's my answer.
I'm not sure if this show gets that weird where it's like there is an answer, but there's this show loves to do just kind of omitted scene stuff and let you connect the dots yourself. But yeah, the other show or the other movie I would compare it to would be like Angel's Egg in terms of like
I was when you were talking about it, I was about to say, it's like, oh, it sounds a little Angel's Egg.
Yeah, like, is it just a vibes thing? Yeah,
and vibes and this pacing and not a whole lot happening. So I guess I'll close with saying the show built up an atmosphere for 10 episodes, like just like the suffocating feeling that doesn't go away. And then the last episode did something. It really fucked with you. And I won't say how, but it was like their own interpretation of one of my favorite tropes. And I cried a lot.
All right.
Because of course I did.
Because of fucking course.
So I'm like, oh no, this show was intriguing, and it went to like all-time great for me with this one moment. So reading the forums and seeing people get pissed off about the last episode, I took it a little personally.
Yeah, drop like, us a link to chat in that one for when the show's over, because I think this is I gotta see it kind of thing.
Yeah, cool. It's on Netflix. The video quality, for whatever reason, seems like ass.
Weird.
It's like, you're holding a shot for 1 minute. How is it not crystal clear?
Yeah, like,
why do I still see?
How is this artifacting?
Seriously, I don't understand.
Maybe a visual choice. Maybe just artistic vision.
With this show, maybe. Yeah, it's not the most enjoyable watch. It's maybe, and it might be too much for people. And then you go, oh my god, this show is so fucking boring. For me, it was the most fascinating show I've watched all year by a lot.
Cool. Because
it's just so different from everything else. And it's Studio Dean of all people.
Oh, right. Like yeah.
Like, they've got this auteur director working from them now, making weird stuff.
Very interesting.
Days with My Stepsister. Also, there's a movie for this coming out, like another Death Game arc. So I'm like, oh boy, 3 or 4 episodes length, all in a row without letting you stop.
Oh, good.
Beautiful.
Fantastic.
I'm sure that's going to be
shove that into my eyeballs. Let's go.
Yeah, I think the Japanese release for the movie is in July, so maybe by the end of the year, DVD release or something.
Cool.
So yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Solid.
Fucking killer.
A solid table all around. Nothing but bangers this time. Everybody just getting into that good stuff, minus maybe, poor Mouse. Poor Mouse deserved better. All right, so that is going to do it for us once again here at the Sockscast. Thanks, of course, to everybody for giving us a listen. John, let the folks at home know where they can find you on the internet hole.
Farawaytimes.com.
You can find me at my website. Why did I jump to me? I always do me last. Play my dumb video game. Rhete.
Play Polly's dumb video game.
That's Planet Attrition Hive Assault. That can be gotten for free either from the website under the games button or at socksmakepeoplesexy.itch.io. So is that it? Are we done? Are we out of here? Are we ready to wrap this thing up? All right, folks, we will catch you next time. But until then, please remember that we are the podcast that loves you. We are the only ones that love you.